strain gauge experiment. We connect like this, 15 volts to the strain gauge, and the other side of strain gauge to the R1, and strain gauge other terminal to single terminal, and this terminal to ground. And then we take this two output to the differential amplifier or instrument amplifier, then the output to 100 amp, and then to amplifier, and adjust the gain, the chorus gain and fine gain and offset to bring the value to 0, and to make the results goes from 0 to 5 volt. Now adjusting is tricky, but what I advise is to start beginning to adjust here to 0. You take the output and adjust to 0, and then take here to differential, okay, and then amplifier, and you might here also adjust to 0, or here adjust to 0 as well. It will help you. And then when you come here, you will find that the value is a little bit high, so you can also adjust, try to adjust to 0, and then change the gain, fine gain and coarse gain to get a value around the value we need. If we change or control offset, we can control the value to bring it to 0 as much as possible. Here, if we apply load now, we can have stable measurements, very sensitive to almost 5 volt. And for example, if you want to stop here on 5 volt as a maximum, for example, this is the maximum load, okay, and we want to be at 5 volts. So what we do, we control the fine offset to bring it 0 if there is any more space to control, but that is all space that's to the end. And if we increase the fine gain, then you see the value will be increased. 14 is the maximum we can reach, so we can bring it down, and we can check if the offset, if there is a space also, there's no more room to go down. Okay, so that's the maximum value we can get here, and then release the load. We bring it back to almost 0. And if this is the value, for example, okay, this is the starting value, should be 0, and we don't have more offset to go or gain, okay, we can a little bit just try to adjust the potentiometer, okay, we can bring down a little bit. When we have a high gain of the amplifier like this 100, okay, it will be very difficult to adjust the strain gauge, because a little movement will be amplified to high voltage or high value. So if I want to go to 0 now, which should be 0 because there is no load, it will be very difficult, because any small movement will make a big effect. So we cannot even jump or reach to 0. That is the best I can do. But if I reduce the gain here to 100, for example, the minimum gain, if you want to adjust from here, it's better that you go to minimum gain and try then to adjust. So if you see, it's very easy now to adjust because we are at low gain. So this is the best almost we can do. And now then you can amplify the reading to 100, so you are back to 0.7. Strain gauge experiment.